You need to research your idea so that you've covered off not just all the competition in the market.
When you're discovering what goals you want to achieve in your life, you're going to want to write them down each and every single day. That way you constantly see them and you're constantly thinking about them, and you will forever be motivated about putting work in to writing these goals down every single day, because you're going to get tired of writing them down and you're going to want to stop writing them down. But that should push you to further progress in trying to achieve your dreams. Therefore, you can eventually not write it down in the morning because you've already achieved what you've set out to do.
Develop a keep on keeping on ability to be called upon whenever you might need it.
And then you start that cycle over again with new goals and new dreams and aspirations. Because if you constantly think about something every single day, you're eventually going to want to work for it so that way you can get it out of your mind. And when you're working on your goals, you just want to be focused on them for however long you're working on them. Whether you set aside 1 hour a day or 20 minutes a day, that allotted amount of time should be solely focused on you working on your goals. Make sure you don't have any distractions and you can put as much effort that you possibly can into this, because you want to achieve your dreams. And you don't want to be that one person that says, I tried it and I failed and I gave up. If you fail, that's not a problem. That in fact is actually a good thing, because that means you're putting the effort in and you're trying to do something that a lot of people just don't do.
And the reason for that, quite simply, is because we can do more with less. We are forced to do more with less.
You've got to be able to have a very clear vision of your business idea. Without it, you won't actually know where you're going. So in the year 2000, I set up Generation Telecom, and Generation Telecom was a business that supplied airtime to the rail users. I believed that I could set up and manage this business, and within 2 or 3 years, sell out to the major networks. Well, within 3 years, we successfully sold it to Vodafone, making millions of pounds. But without that vision at the outset, my business would not have gone the way that it did. You need to be passionate about your business. You need to be passionate about what you do. You need to get up in that morning and think, how can I make a difference today? I set up a tennis academy when I was just 17. It enabled me not just to get up and go to work and really enjoy it, but actually enabled me to buy my first house when I was 19 and drive the all-important car that I wanted, which was an Audi 80 Sports. Take action. So many people talk about doing something or say, what if? They don't actually get up and do it. Taking action is really, really important. In 1998, when I was working for another company, I was umming and ahhing of whether to set up my own business. I didn't have a lot of money, but I decided to take action and I decided to do it. But I did it in a very planned way. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew exactly what I wanted to achieve. But the most important thing, I took action. Within 2 or 3 years, I was a millionaire again. Probably the best thing that I ever did. So taking action is absolutely vital.
Perfectly honest, I'm a little bit confused myself. One minute I'm running a business, next minute I'm investing in one, the next minute I'm seeing some crazy people come and pitch me a toilet snake idea from Dragon's Den, then I'm walking down the BAFTAs or the Red Carpet Awards, and then I'm now trying to build a National Enterprise Academy. If a description of as an entrepreneur is that I want to do it all before I die, then I'm that.
You need to research your idea so that you've covered off not just all the competition in the market, but you've checked and double checked whether your idea is likely to work or not. So many people today start up a business because they do it on the back of a whim. They need to research the market, they need to discuss how feasible it is, and then ask questions. How am I going to get out of the business? Who am I going to sell it to? Who are the competitors in the market? Who are my suppliers? How much money do I need to start the business? How will I market the company? There's a lot to consider, but research and feasibility are fundamentally important when starting a new business.
Successful entrepreneurs have 2 undeniable qualities: determination and persistence. Supportive partners, circumstances and good health are all what I call critical success factors when starting a new business. A new business venture will require the majority of your time, effort and dedication. Develop a keep on keeping on ability to be called upon whenever you might need it. Times like this are very difficult, but I'm going to be a little bit controversial and actually say that for an entrepreneur, this is the time. And there are many entrepreneurs that I speak to that are out there that are saying, do you know what? I'm pleased this has happened. This is a time for me now to step up. This is a time for my business to really go up to the plate. This is the time where the competition that was out there that wasn't that good is disappearing. Recession, in my mind, can drive innovation. And the reason for that, quite simply, is because we can do more with less. We are forced to do more with less. I wanted to tell you why. Why National Enterprise Academy? Well, would you believe that up until this was started, we didn't have a fully accredited National Enterprise Academy in this country? The spark that made me want to do this was actually in my own business. I've become, for my sins, the chairman of Enterprise Insight. I wanted to do just a little bit, whilst I can, to raise awareness, because through my television career, as I said earlier, I've been able to get and open doors. I'm not sure how long this career is going to last. I'm calling it a career because it's turned into one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be off your screens for good, and some of you might be thinking, thank for that.
You know what, that's one of the things now that actually weirdly affects me, because even though you see the harsh side, you know, for me, there's a real, people really touch me, so that's really difficult. And in fact, I'll give you one quick story. There was one guy that came in, Ross, and he had this idea, and it was basically a product. It was noodles-based product, but it wasn't there. And he gave a backstory to his current situation. He'd just lost, his wife just lost a child. They'd lost a child, and it was just heartbreaking. He was crying. The pitch was clearly not going very well. He wanted £50,000 for this idea. And we actually stopped filming halfway through at one point because it was, all of us were just in a state. He came back in, he redid his pitch, and I just made that impromptu decision. I don't know, you know, because of that, I just said, you know what? No, all the other dragons went out, and I said, Ross, you want £50,000? I'm going to give you £50,000 for 50% of a business. I don't even know what it's going to be yet. So I invested in him, basically. 3 years on from that show airing, he now owns a business, 50% of a business called Bare Naked Foods. And a lot of people actually, even internationally, will know Bare Naked Foods. And he's got a multi-million-pound business. And from a guy that didn't have a house or a car, and he's lost what he lost, just in 3 years, his life. So those moments for me, that's what makes the show really real.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and throw something in the comment section for us to read.